of a swan, white swan, as it has been written in the legends. He may come as a dog. If you get too attached to your particular form, a particular experience, a particular state within yourself, you'll miss the whole point. To progress in one's path simply means that you have an expanded sense of ignorance. Once it happened, a man was trying to carry a grandfather clock from a truck to his house on his back, a huge one. A drunk came by and said, "Hey, mister, you just take my advice, get yourself a wristwatch." If all you're looking for is dividing the day into 24 hours, all you need is a wristwatch. But if that doesn't hold much meaning to you, if that process of dividing life into proper compartments and living doesn't mean much to you anymore, you want to know the timelessness of life, the boundless nature of what this is, then you need to be little bit set on fire. Simply very nice logic or pretty emotions won't do it. They're nice, they organize your life. They make your life clean and acceptable. But it doesn't magnify the possibility of moving from a limited state of ignorance to an unlimited state of ignorance. Today, modern scientists are coming to this point. All these years they believed, someday we will know what is the nature of the existence. Today, lot of top-level physicists are coming to this point where they're beginning to talk in terms of we will never know. We will just go on expanding the borders of our ignorance, but we will never know. This is what mysticism meant. This is what a mystic means, an utterly ignorant person. Everybody else is little bit ignorant, little bit knowledgeable. They know some things, they don't know some things. Someone who doesn't know anything at all, who is not burdened by knowledge, because knowledge is an accumulation. Someone who is simply not burdened by any kind of accumulation, he is a mystic because he's chosen to be utterly, absolutely ignorant, not in parts. So, better to moving from a wristwatch to a grandfather clock is not a comfortable thing, not at all comfortable. If you're carrying a grandfather clock on your back, it may have great value, but you can't even look at the time. You have to ask somebody, please look at the time and tell me what's the time. Aren't you slowly becoming like this these days? How am I? I hear a lot of people coming up to me and ask me, "Sadhguru, how am I?" It's all right. Sensible people ask, how are you? Those who are becoming slowly moving towards larger dimensions of ignorance are beginning to ask Sadhguru, how am I? I'm supposed to enlighten you. What to do? If you have questions.
நமஸ்காரம் சத்குரு. இதுவரைக்கும் நான் 3 நாள் தான் மேக்ஸிமம் ஆசிரமத்தில் இருந்திருக்கேன். இதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் 1 வீக் இருக்கிறேன். சம்டைம்ஸ் ஐ ஃபீல் மோர் கம்ஃபர்டபுள், சம்டைம்ஸ் ஐ ஃபீல் மோர் அன்கம்ஃபர்டபுள். சில நேரம் வீட்டுக்கு போகணும் போல இருக்கு, சில நேரம் இங்கே இருக்கணும் போல இருக்கு. ஐ வாஸ் சோ கன்ஃபியூஸ்ட். ப்ளீஸ் கைட் மீ வாட் ஐ வாண்ட் டு டு.
ஜென்ரலா எல்லாருக்கும் அப்படிதான் இருக்குது. So he's saying he's here for the second or third time, and when he comes here, he really wants to come here, so he comes here. But when he comes here, suddenly sometimes he struggles, he wants to go back home. When he's there, of course, he wants to come here. So I'm saying him that this is not his problem, this is an age-old problem. Somebody is married for 30 years with 8 children. He's still thinking, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should have walked the spiritual path. This is not a new problem, this is a very ancient problem. So whatever you wish to do, you must bring yourself to a moment of joy and clarity within yourself. At that moment, what you decide, even if you die, you must go by that. Whenever your emotions go up and down, your mind says many things. That's not important. It says one thing today, one thing in the morning, one thing in the evening. It says one thing today and another thing tomorrow. That's of no consequence. In the moment of clarity, when I'm saying joy, because when you're happy, you're not compulsive. When you're very happy and clear, at that time, if you look at things and see that, yes, this is what is more sensible for me, just do that. It doesn't matter if it feels like hell. It doesn't matter. You go through hell for 10 years, it doesn't matter, you just do that, because that's where your well-being is. When you're in different states of compulsiveness, if you make decisions as to which way to turn, you will be endlessly lost. It is not about what you're doing, it is just that you're doing it in an unwavering way. Every day you are off and on, doesn't happen. You just unwavering, you become one-pointed. It doesn't matter what it is. If you want to be a butcher in an unwavering way, it will open up. Just not wavering for a moment. What you have decided in a moment of clarity and joy, just sticking onto it without wavering a little bit, nobody can deny it to you. Every day when your thoughts and emotions fly this way and that way, you keep changing your mind, changing your mind, changing your mind, you will go in circles, endlessly in circles. Because one who changes direction too often, obviously is not interested in going anywhere, isn't it? You know, this is… the world is round, so which direction you go, it doesn't matter. As long as you go without changing direction, you'll make the journey, isn't it? You'll complete the journey, isn't it? If you change your direction, it'll put you into an endless state of being lost, always lost. So, you want to be there? Be there, no problem. You want to be here? Be here. Don't go on changing your mind every day, morning one way, evening another way. You're a torture to yourself and everybody around you. One who is constantly changing their mind is a torture to himself and to everyone around, isn't it so? Right now you're thinking, tomorrow morning, I'm going to do my yoga. Tomorrow morning, when the dawn at 5 o'clock in the morning, I hear it every day, I don't know how many of you hear it. The moment it goes down, maybe we should beat a drum. Then your body says, to hell with this yoga, all I want to… It keeps changing, its priorities keep changing and changing and changing. There is another way to live. Where the biggest joys that you have known in your life, the greatest pleasures that you have known in your life will look like, will look like ants' pleasure. This being is capable of that. When it comes to body and mind, we're all differently capable. No two bodies are equally capable. No two minds are equally capable. But when it comes to this being, every being is equally capable of containing the very existence within himself. Scientists are saying it's ever expanding. How to contain it? That's the whole beauty of it. That which is endless, that which is eternal, that which is boundless, and that which is always expanding, that can be contained in this being. About that, no two beings are differently capable. Every being is equally capable. It doesn't happen because you keep changing direction. Wherever you find a little niche which is comfortable, you try to settle down there. This so-called getting civilized has become a huge detriment for spiritual process. Not essentially, but I would like to say this. Because if you were a nomad, nomad means what? That means you're not mad. So who is not a nomad? One who is mad. One who is mad settles down. One who is not mad moves on and on and on, doesn't settle down anywhere. The moment we stopped being nomadic, we got into a certain kind of madness of safety and security. Whether it's physical, psychological or emotional, we're always looking for that niche where we can settle down and sleep. And once you find a niche and it gets too sweet and comfortable, and you don't have the courage to step out and once again make the journey. So if all you're looking for a picnic is a picnic, then it's okay. It feels like that when if you want to try to climb the 7th hill, You climb a certain distance where your knees will be creaking and your breath will be looking like a steam locomotive. Push, 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 it's going. Then you look around and the bamboo, the beautiful rocks, the bamboo around you, and everything is so wonderful. The valley is so beautiful. What is the purpose of taking one more step? This is wonderful, this is it. Your mind tells you, this is it. I'm not questioning the beauty of the place. I'm not questioning the pleasure of being there. But right now, this argument has come. This new level of logic has come in you simply because your lungs are working like a steam engine and your legs are creaking like an unoiled bullock cart. So, new logic will come. Do you see, every time for different situations that you get into, different states of comfort or discomfort you get into, you develop a new logic? Have you noticed this with yourself? Like they say, when you're a student, everybody is a communist. The moment you come out of your education and get yourself a job, you become a socialist. The moment you get married, you become a capitalist. According to your new situations, different levels of comfort or discomfort, new levels of logic will come. Now, the world has come to a point where the Maoists have become capitalist, that's it. That is it, So, it keeps happening. That's why, in a certain moment of clarity and joy, when you are there, you look at something, what you see is your well-being. You stick to that. Tomorrow it looks like horror to you, it doesn't matter.